this is Steve Earle, your announcer, welcoming you to the game show made in your backyard with people who may have been in your backyard. We play Baton Rouge. Let's now welcome the man who never cuts the grass in his backyard. Here's Pat Shingleton.
Hi, everyone. Hello, studio audience. Hello, Bon Marché Mall. Hello, living room players, and hello, Steve Earle. Welcome again to another edition of WePlay Baton Rouge. Good to see you here in the morning following Good Morning America, where we move our contestants over the streets to Easy Street, to the prizes, and all the stuff that we have for you right here on the game show that entertains, rewards, and informs. And incidentally, you don't have to go to LA and you don't have to go to New York in order to play this game. You can come right here to Bon Marché, where we get together every Thursday to provide for you the game show that gives you, the people that watch, those prizes. Now, you can't have a game without contestants. And there's a guy over there by the name of Steve Earle who keeps beating me on the golf course. Why don't you tell us about it, Steve? Who do we have for tonight?
Okay,
I mean, this
Pat.
morning. What time is it?
Well, it's this morning's. That's
right.
Right, there
Well,
you
that's
go.
what I said.
Pat, people have been trying to get you to retire for years,
Yeah,
right?
I know. My paycheck reflects that.
Right, but look, today our contestants are people who have put in their time on the job, Pat.
Ah.
Yes, and they're now enjoying their golden years at leisure.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's the retirement show, Pat.
I got to see these guys.
And our first contestant is a real character. Get this. You ready?
Yep.
He likes alligator sauce piquant made from alligator shirts.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I
You
think
like-
I know this guy.
He likes telling dirty jokes to the garbage man.
What? That business is picking up.
I just read. And also he likes having bad breath, if you can believe that, too.
I'll test that in a little while.
Welcome, George the
I know
Gorge
this guy.
Maddox.
Hi, George. How are you, sir? George, it's good to see you. Well, we got a lot to talk about. George was a contestant on a retired night many moons ago, back when we were in the studio.
Right, about 2 years ago.
And I said to you, I said, George, after we get done with the show, we're going to go out and chase some women. And you know what George said? He says, Pat, you catch them, and I'll meet up with you. How you been doing?
All right.
It's
all
good
right.
to see you again. Everything
Good.
going okay?
Yeah, yeah.
You still keeping busy with all the activities around the house? And
Oh, yeah, with grass and leaves and stuff like that.
chasing the
Shows.
wife with the garden rake again?
Yeah,
there?
she gets me every once in a while.
It's good to have you here. Last time, I think we sent you to Houston, Texas. We had a
Yeah.
pretty good time there. We got another nice
I
prize.
lost the hotel that night. Couldn't find a hotel. No kidding.
You mean you couldn't find the hotel?
We found a cabbie to lead us hotel,
Yeah.
and then we got back there.
Well, I'll tell you what, maybe we better talk about that another time.
Maybe.
Okay, we have you can't play a game without another contestant. We have him for you. Steve, who do we have going against George? Now, he's not retired. This is our winner from the last game,
That's exactly what I was going to say. If this guy is retired, I want to know what his secret is. You know, I have no. Our second contestant enjoys ledge walking, Pat.
I've done that.
Talking like Donald Duck, and cutting letters out of magazines to spell the word eggplant.
Do I know him?
Yes, you do.
He's the winner from our last
Yes,
show.
Gregory
Hey,
Gillis.
Greg, good to have you back. Good to see you. See what happens, George? We're going to do that in a second. See what happens? He gets on the show last time, does so good he retires. You're not retired.
Supposed to do something I didn't.
Good to have you back. Sports category is the one that put you in the winner's circle last game.
Right.
See what happens, does it again. We want to talk about our living room players, right, Steve? Steve, how can you be a living room player here?
How can you be a living? I don't have this down here on my.
Well, I'll
on my-
tell you then. What you do is you send your name, address, phone number in, and you two can play around with our contestants. Now, Greg will be playing with who there?
Play around with the contestants?
Yeah, you can do that
play
too.
around.
Janet who?
Janet Reed,
She lives-
406 East 1st Street, Rain, Louisiana.
One of my favorite towns. Janet, you'll be playing right along with Greg. And who do we have over here, George? Who are you going with?
Christine Bennett, Route 8, Box 469, Denham Springs.
Right, and you're going to play right along with her. Should you win, she's win. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to spin the categories, toss the coin. We're going to get this game underway. And you'll hear them spin when we return. We're going to take care of some business, right, Steve?
Absolutely,
We're going to have
Pat.
round one coming up. But first, here's Steve with another message. What do you say? There's Steve Arena.
Our contestants retire to the game board and answer Pat's questions when we return.
That's right.
Round one begins in a moment.
All right, Steve, we'll be right back. got our contestants ready, and we've told you about our living room players, and I think it's time now we get this game underway. We tossed a coin to start it all. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip this coin. George, I want you to call. I'm sorry, Greg, call heads or tails.
Tails.
As you can see, it is tails. He's won the coin toss. George, you okay over here?
Oh, I'm all right.
You want to do what?
First question.
Take the first question. We're all ready. Hey, here we go. We're going to move these guys over the streets. Let's see who gets to the winner's circle. Categories are running for you, Greg. Here we go. Round one. WePlay Baton Rouge. Greg, it locks down on movies, events, and the mixed bag. And you look them over, you like what?
Movies.
Movies. Here we go. First question coming out. This actor played in the role of Jim Thorpe, All-American, Elmer Gantry, and the Birdman of Alcatraz. Tell us this famous actor will put you on your first street.
Burt Lancaster.
That's exactly right. The same guy that did this, Steve. Burt Lancaster, Steve, did this one time.
That's great.
Who do you think you are?
Oh, please,
Best John
continue
Wayne
with
you
the
ever
show.
saw. George, your turn. The categories are spinning for you, buddy. Here we go. All right, George. George Maddox looks at movies, events, and the mixed bag, and he checks them over. And what do you think, George?
I'll try events.
Okay, events can be any time of the year. On July 21st, 1969, two men set foot on a place no one had ever been before. Where did the historic event take place?
On the moon.
Right, George, and you got Perkins. Hey, George, you ever been on the moon? Back over to Greg. Categories run for you, Greg. Here we go. And they're moving. Folks, it takes 5 streets to reach the studios of TV2, but that detour category, as you see there, means that you take a street away from your opponent. Louisiana Sports is up there as well. Greg looks him over. What do you like?
Give me sports.
Sports. He wants to get a little bit of lead on George. Let's see what happens. It's July 17th through August 1st, 1976. Summer Olympics are held in what city? Greg, is it Athens, Paris, Montreal, or Los Angeles?
Montreal.
That's right. You've got your second street. We move now over to George Maddox. Got Perkins heading for Lee. He wants to occupy that street. George, here go those categories for you, partner. Let's see what happens. This time, George, we find places and comics and words. No detour, no shortcut, but you look them over. What do you select?
Words.
Under words, here we go. What name did Pablo Picasso sign to his paintings? That's the word or name we're looking for.
Irving.
Wait, let me ask you again. It is not Irving. Here we go, George. What name did Pablo Picasso sign to his paintings?
Pablo.
I'm sorry, incorrect. George, if you could, too, when you turn around facing my, it was Picasso, but it was close. Pablo, no. Picasso, yes. Greg, back to you. Categories run. Here we go. They're running right now. Irving. Picasso didn't sign Irving. Movies, events, mixed bag. Carolyn, what do you like?
Movies.
Okay, here we go. We find right now in the movies this question. In 1978, Goldie Hawn and this actor teamed up for the comedy hit Foul Play. She came back in 1980 and starred again with this same actor in Seems Like Old Times. Tell us a famous actor.
Chevy Chase.
Right. Third street is yours. Okay, George, categories are spinning for you again. There they go. We're running the categories for George. I'm Perkins looking for Lee. Okay, George selects. He turns.
Words.
Words it is. Faces the camera. Here comes the question. Listen up. From the hit TV show Star Trek, we learned that the names of all males on Vulcan began with what letter?
Beats me. I don't know.
The hit TV show Star Trek. The names of all males began with what letter? Do you know, George?
No idea.
Anybody in the audience know? The letter S. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take care of some business. Greg, when we come back, you head back to the game board to spin the categories again. This is WePlay Baton Rouge, and we have 2 contestants trying to get to Evie Street. Isn't that right, Steve?
That's right,
We're going to
Pat.
take care of some business. We'll be back with more, but first, these words. Yes, sir.
Travel arrangements for WePlay Baton Rouge are provided by American Airlines. American Airlines, doing what we do best.
We send our contestants, our winning contestants, all over the place. Las Vegas, San Francisco, California, Houston, Texas. even over to Dallas and San Antonio. American Airlines handles all that. We're in Bon Marché Mall where it all happens for WePlay Baton Rouge. Question about the last question, George. It was under the words category. For those of you at home might have said, hey, that was more TV related. The question was, hey, all of the people from Vulcan's name began with a specific letter. So it was whether it was word related and it happened to be what letter? S. That's exactly right. Greg, you're back to the game board. Categories are running for you. Here we go in the second round of WePlay Baton Rouge. Let's see what happens. We locked down on movies, the events, and the mix bag. Greg looks them over and he selects what?
Try movies for a change.
Movies it is here. What do you mean? You've had it the last 3 times. Let's see what happens. Under movies, we find this particular question. He began his film career at the age of 2 in the film Black Stallion. He performed in Sugar Babies and a TV sitcom, One of the Boys. Tell us who we're talking about.
Could you repeat that?
Sure. He began his career... No, he needed it repeated. That wasn't the answer. We got a crazy... What's going on back here, Steve? Crazy bell?
Sounds like a ding-dong to me.
He began his career at the age of 2 in the film Black Stallion. He performed in Sugar Babies and a TV sitcom, One of the Boys. Tell us who we're trying to find here, Greg.
Walter Matthau.
That's incorrect. Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney. George, back to the game board for you. There go the categories. They're spinning. There goes George. He's checking them out. He finds TV, detour, music. Hey, George, you know the deal on a detour. You can take detour, answer it correctly. You take a street away from Greg, or you can go with TV music. What do you like?
Detour.
Okay, detour out of the slot comes this question under detour. This type of boat, George, was common on the Mississippi at one time. It had a walkway on each side for the crew to walk forward, and by using long poles on the river, the bottom of the craft was being able to be pushed upstream. Now, this type of boat, was it a river boat, a push boat, a keel boat, or a drift raft?
A keel boat.
That's exactly right, and you've gained the street and you're tied up there. So, George, you went with a detour, picked up the tie. Greg, the categories are spinning for you, and here we go. Here we find movies, events, mixed bag. Greg looks them over. What do you think?
Movies.
Movies good before. Find out what happened before, but you did miss the Mickey Rooney one. Let's see what happens. In 1981, this actor named Robert won an Academy Award for his portrayal of boxer Jake LaMotta in the film Raging Bull. He also appeared in The Godfather. Tell us who we're talking about.
Robert De Niro.
Exactly right. Another street for you. Okay, George, categories run for you again, and here we go. So we've got a score of 3-2. George Maddox on lead looking for Stanford. Looks over now at things and music and people. He's checking them out, and he decides things it is. George, this question. Oklahoma City supermarket owner Sylvan Goldman looked at a pair of folding chairs in his office. He was inspired to invent this handy product to lighten the load for his shoppers in the year 1937. The thing we're looking for is an invention. Can you tell us what it is, George?
Shopping basket.
That's exact acceptable answer. Shopping cart is right, and you're on Stanford. So we've got a score of 3-3, and it's back over to Greg. Categories are running for you. Steve's many a time been pushed around in a shopping basket, haven't you, buddy?
You're telling me, boy.
Shortcut TV Sports, Greg. What do you think?
Shortcut.
Shortcut. Answer them correctly. Come back with a second answer correctly. Get 2 street. Miss it, you lose a street. In the mixed bag, or under shortcut category, we find travel. A strip of seacoast between Italy and France is some of the most popular and plush resorts in the world. One area is Nice. Name this area.
Riviera.
Right. Now coming back with a second question. Here we go. Under shortcut, and we find this, and it's about operas. The most important of Verdi's early operas was made in 1847. It was based on a Shakespearean tragedy about an ambitious Scottish nobleman.
Please.
I'm going to start this over for you. It's about operas. The most important of Verdi's early operas was made in 1847. It was based on a Shakespearean tragedy about an ambitious Scottish nobleman. Now, what opera are we looking for?
Macbeth.
What did you say?
Macbeth.
That's exactly right. It is Macbeth. You picked up the second street.
I knew it all the time.
Yeah. So the detour, the shortcut, what we have here, George, answer correctly, come back. Categories will spin for you, George. Here we go. One more time. Here we find things in music and people. George looks them over, and he finds, and he looks. Things it is. Under things, pretty good before when you went with a shopping basket. Let's see what comes out this time. Robert Baden-Powell founded an organization for boys in 1908. He was in the First World War as a British spy against Russia and Germany. Now tell us the name of this particular organization or thing that he founded.
Organization for boys.
A little more specific, George, if you can.
Could you repeat the question?
Sure. Robert Baden-Powell founded an organization for boys in 1908. Now, he was, in the First World War, a British spy against Russia and Germany. Tell us the organization.
The Audubon Society.
I'm sorry, it's the Boy Scouts of America. 1908, Boy Scouts of America. When we come back, Greg's heading to the board again. He's only one street away from Easy Street here on WePlay Baton Rouge. We're in Bon Marché Mall. We're having a good time. We'll be back with more. But here's Steve Earle.
Our contestants retire to the game board, and we'll be back with more when we continue.
Oh, yes, indeed. We're almost to the Easy Street here on WePlay Baton Rouge. Here's what we have. We have our contestants just about even, however. Greg's ahead by 2. He's only one street away. Greg, Georgia missed the last one on the Boy Scouts of America, but Greg, the categories are spinning for you there. Why don't you go ahead and take a look, see what locks down. Here we go. Here we find TV detour music. Now, let's see. You can't win on the detour, but you can take TV and music.
I'll just take music.
All right, here we go. Under music, we find this question coming out. Adolf Hitler's favorite song was a rhyming tune about a wolf, a big bad wolf. Can you name this particular tune?
Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Hey, guess what, Greg?
No.
That's a right answer. You're in it. He's right over that. You picked it up. The music category. Did you ever hear that song, George? Did you ever hear the song, Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf?
Oh, yeah, with Virginia Wolf.
Virginia Wolf. Yeah. With the detour shortcut category, it really picks up the speed of the game. And a lot of times, too, it can go back and forth either way. I want you to take a look over here at the monitor, George, because as before, you know, you went over to Houston. I think we have something for you you're going to like before is coming back as a contestant again on WePlay. Let's go ahead and let Steve take it over. Steve, tell us what George won this morning.
For our second place finisher today, your prize package will take you on the road. First, you'll visit historic Nottoway Plantation, the South's largest plantation home. Arlen Deese has restored Nottoway to the splendor it had 150 years ago. And you'll enjoy the famous plantation tour, as well as Nottoway's fine champagne brunch in the quaint surroundings of the Old South. And then you'll take a ride on Metrex, the newest coach service between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. Metrex leaves the Baton Rouge Hilton 4 times daily with stops at New Orleans International Airport and downtown. You'll enjoy comfortable lounge-style seating, TV and telephone access, and complimentary drinks. On weekends, Metrex stops at the Fairgrounds, Canal Place, and the World's Fair. Metrex at the Hilton. And of course, you'll receive the WePlay Baton Rouge hat, shirt, and trophy, all made with special care at Gold Star Awards. That's Gold Star Awards, 6220 Florida Boulevard. It's all yours from Nottoway Plantation, Metrex, Gold Star Awards, and WePlay Baton Rouge.
And not only that, George, I'll tell you we have too. How about a round of applause for George? We're also still going to go out and chase a couple of girls. What do you think? Is that all right with you?
Slow ones.
Well, okay, I think we could probably do that. Couldn't we, Steve?
Absolutely.
All right, George, you're a good contestant. Thanks for being on again. Can you come back and play again with us?
I'll try.
All right, we'll be in touch with you and see what happens.
I'll study
George,
more.
you don't have to study. I'll give you the answers. No, just kidding, George. But I'll tell you what, that's what happens when we play Baton Rouge. Round of applause, George Maddox. Been a good contestant for us this morning on We Play Baton Rouge. Hey, Greg, won the last game, won this game. You want to come back and be on again?
I'd love to.
Okay, winner stays on. Let's see what happens. But first, we got some prizes for you. Take a look at the monitor once again. You cashed in on the last show. Steve, what's he have?
Remember that old saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words?
I remember
well,
that, Steve.
our winner's prize package is picture perfect because we've scheduled a sitting for you and your family at the Fine Art Studio, where portrait photographer John Bonfanti will uniquely capture your portrait. For weddings, portfolios, pictures, and of course portraits, it's the Fine Art Studio, 3005 Florida Boulevard. And then, when the picture is taken, you're off to historic Natchez, Mississippi. You'll leave Baton Rouge in a brand new Buick from Miller Darrell Buick, because this beautiful rental car is yours for the weekend. You'll have 2 wonderful nights at the area's finest hotel, the Natchez Eola, presenting extraordinary cuisine and Old South charm in a unique setting. The Natchez Eola is a superior place to escape to. You'll receive a beautiful Gilchrist watch from Leonard Crower Jewelers and Distributors in Beaumarchais Mall. Yes, Gilchrist, the watch famous for quality and dependability. The Gilchrist watch features a super accurate quartz movement and an elegant Swiss-made gold-plated case with contemporary color dial from the Catalog Showroom Store. Leonard Crower Jewelers and Distributors in Beaumarchais Mall. And last, but certainly not least, you'll receive the WePlay Baton Rouge Gold Star jacket, courtesy of Gold Star Awards, along with a personalized trophy and the WePlay Baton Rouge hat and shirt, all from Gold Star Awards, 6220 Florida Boulevard. It's all yours from the Fine Art Studio, Leonard Crower Jewelers and Distributors, the Natchez Eola Hotel, Miller Darrell Buick, and American International Travel. Travel here in Baton Rouge and wherever you want to be tomorrow. Congratulations, and back to you, Pat.
All right, thanks very much, Steve. And incidentally, Natchez Eola trip and the jacket and the Leonard Crower watch, and we're going to have all those prizes. And incidentally, Leonard Crower located right here in Beaumarchais Mall, as is Sunny Sunglasses. Now, you guys have been under these bright lights. Here's Steve coming up with a little gift. Steve, what do we have here?
Okay, yep. Right here.
Yeah, tell us what we got there as far
Okay.
as the Sunny Sunglasses.
Pat, what we have here, Danny Frazier.
No, the
Is that it?
sunglasses.
The
These
sunglasses.
guys get-
Sunny sunglasses.
Yeah, where are they located? Right out here.
They didn't include that on my script.
I'll tell you what, well, I'll include something else on your script later. Your pink slip. Just kidding, Steve.
Please.
No, we have Sunny Sunglasses for you. Both of you get a pair of real nice glasses, just like George. Try those on, see if you like them. You like them? Not bad. Hey, I'll tell you what, he looks good. Christine Bennett, we'll send you to WePlay Baton Rouge Brick up there in Denham Springs. Good news for Janet Reed. Janet, you're going to receive a case of Diet Coke, Sicily's Pizza, subscription to Tiger's Rag. We'll see what happens. We'll get that up to you, and she won, you won. You might want to call her up there and take care of that. Yes, indeed. Pat Shingleton saying, hey, no matter what game you're playing, you play it the best you can. Bye-bye for now. Steve,
Yes.
who's coming up to play with us right now?
Danny Frazier will
Where's
play.
Danny? Danny, come on up there. Stand right there, Dan. I got a question I want to ask.
Okay.
Okay, hey, Dan, where are you from? Here in Baton Rouge? Nice to see you. How'd you like the show today? All right, here's what you could win. Pizza if you answer this. He was a famous French painter and lithographer who had the physical disability of undeveloped legs. His
We
depictions
Play
of
Baton
Paris
Rouge is a Pat
nightlife-
Shingleton production, made in association with WBRZ TV2. This is your We Play announcer, Steve Earle, reminding you to join us each and every day, Monday through Friday, when...